And we're back. And I'm not actually moving. That's weird. I should actually move around like that. A little bit of a glitch. I am using my original PlayStation 2 copy. I say mine, it's my brother's. My brother's copy of Soul Reaver 2. The original one. And the disc is a bit glitched. There's a location much later on, I'll point it out when I get there, but there's some like glass bridges, and there's supposed to be like a glass noise, like when you're stepping over them. It just does not play whatsoever. Anyways, puzzle time. Alright, so the shrines are essentially just, as I just said, the puzzles. So, the combat isn't too great, but the puzzles are at least entertaining. I'm biased, I like all of it. Ooh. It's one of you down. It's 2, 3. Yeah, vampire thralls. I guess that, like, they have the skull in the physical world, basically shows that they're an ancient being, maybe? Anyways, there was one more, wasn't there? Not anymore, there ain't. Alright, now. Don't mess up the gliding. Might as well try and absorb some souls while I'm here. I think I got all of them. Oh shit, I think I messed up the jump. Nope, didn't. I brought it back. That was a close one. As you can see, I'm just gonna blast through this a little bit. Now this, as a kid, puzzled the shit out of me, but at this point I'd never played Soul Reaver 1, so I didn't know that you could move these blocks, and again, that might be the only block puzzle. Anyways, there's something at the top. Then we rotate this one, and then we're done. We can get that glass plate that took me ages as a kid to figure out. Yeah, as you can see on like the triangle pillar thing, I just pulled it. It's basically showing what you need to do. There we go, done. Now let's gently just drop down here, pick up the plate. If you drop the plate, or like, you know, place it down, it will despawn and respawn back there, and you have to do all that again. Alright then. let's place this plate down. Alright, so this is the first one, so it's like the most simplest one as to be expected. You're not gonna have like the puzzle shrine. That's the most complicated first. But I've done this so many times, it's just muscle memory at this point. Again, the Reaver. I like how the like in the first one, the caveat was is it called the caveat? The thing with the Reaver is it's the ultimate weapon, but if you get hit once, you lose it. In this one, it's still the ultimate weapon, but like they try and switch over a bit by if you overpower it, it will kill you. But there's never going to be that point where you're going to die from it, unfortunately. And then they get rid of all that stuff in the last game. They're just like, let's just have it as a hack and slash instead of like this kind of action adventure type. Another weird thing, I had an original PlayStation 3 and with the original George Foreman PlayStation 3s, they actually played certain PlayStation 2 games. They got rid of that feature because they needed to like save money. But this would play, except that pillar right there that I just moved, in the other room, it would not spawn. So you could not physically get through the game. I know that I've said that like I cheesed the game, and I have. By making a jump that is pretty much impossible. I don't know how I've done it, but I have managed to do it. Spent like 30 minutes straight just doing that jump in the other room. But anyways, let's push this over here twice, and then we're done with this. Time to get over to that strange font. If I can drop down, Raziel. No, he won't drop down. There we go.
As I neared the altar, I suddenly felt the Reaver quickening of its own volition. Just as in William's chapel, the balance of power tangibly shifted. Voracious and willful, the Soul Reaver was now in control, and I, merely its helpless puppet. The Reaver plunged itself into that mysterious altar, and devouring the energy that emanated from within, drained this place of its power. Thus sated, the Reaver released me, and I realized as I recovered control that these ancient shrines were forges, each purpose-built to enhance the Reaver with elemental power.
And give me a bit of a health upgrade, even though I don't need it.
Now I understood the purpose of the mysterious basins I had seen throughout my journey. They were elemental fonts, each attuned to a fundamental essence. When I forged the blade, every font in Nosgoth with the same elemental attunement was simultaneously quickened. The Reaver's enhancements were never permanent, but these fonts enabled me to re-imbue the blade by bathing it in the elemental energy distilled therein.
Okay, well, the basins are only for this game.
Concentric circles, one eclipsing the other. I recognized this symbol from the door sealing that other ancient shrine, the one I had seen in the lake outside the Sarafan stronghold. Perhaps now, armed as I was with the elemental power of darkness, I could return and gain entry.
Alright, so the elemental Reavers were like, they originally wanted them for the first Soul Reaver game, but it just didn't make the cut. The Fire Reaver did, but there was supposed to be much more. And even in this game, there's supposed to be, there's a few elemental Reavers, but there's supposed to be more. There's a few cut from this game too. Anyways, let's head on back.
You're a ragged excuse for a savior.
Vorador.
I see my reputation precedes me.
It does.
All good, I hope? I've been watching you since you emerged from that accursed stronghold. Strange that your arrival coincides with the corruption of the Pillars. But I'm wondering, are you the catalyst of these events? Or the answer to them?
I don't know what you mean.
I will speak plainly then. I distrust your origins, stranger. Seeing you crawl from the putrid depths of Mobius's keep makes me question your purpose here. And what should I make of your appearance? Not human, clearly, and more demon than vampire. And the Pillars. It is no mere coincidence that your arrival in that clearing heralded the Pillars' decay. And so I ask you plainly, are you the instrument of the Pillars' destruction or their salvation?
Neither.
Very well. Let us look at the other side of the coin. I have followed your journey and watched as you blithely unlocked secrets that have been sealed and forbidden for thousands of years. The path you have been treading is open to only one being. You don't know what you are, do you?
I have been many things. If you find me ignorant, enlighten me.
What's the point? This world is beyond redemption. Let the human cattle have it.
I would expect better than meek capitulation from you.
Centuries of persecution have taught me well. 500 years ago, our race was nearly exterminated by the fanatical crusades of the Sarafan. And now the same sick drama unfolds again. In merely a decade, Mobius's cutthroat citizen army has nearly accomplished what the Sarafan could not. Vampires meddling in the affairs of men. Look where it's brought us.
What am I to make of these secrets I've uncovered, then? The depictions of the winged race, the Pillars, and the Reaver.
Fairy tales, boy. The delusions of an ancient culture clinging to hope long after the world had discarded them. Their bloodline trickled away, until only one of the ancients remained, sustained solely by obligation and his unfaltering faith in the old prophecies. But you see, Even if you are who you appear to be, it no longer matters. You're simply too late. Janos Audron, the Reaver Guardian, the last of the Ancients, and my maker, was murdered by the Seraphan nearly 5 centuries ago. He alone would have the answers you seek, but his secrets died with him. I don't know how you've come even this far without his guidance, or without the Reaver, stolen these 500 years ago by the Seraphan. I'm afraid, my friend, that you and all of us are out of luck.
I had no less reason to trust Vorador than anyone else I had met. In fact, the ancient vampire was the most forthright being I had encountered thus far. If Janos Audron was the key to all this, then I would find him, and Mobius's time-streaming device would provide me passage. But first, I had to find a way back into the stronghold, and I suspected I would find the means within the lake's mysterious shrine.
Well shit, let's get going. Oh, you might be asking yourself, is there like damage? Like you can do more damage with different Reaver upgrades, but the answer is no, it's still the same. The same amount of damage. It's just, it makes a different sound and it looks better. That's about it. Sure, there's some puzzle bits, puzzly things that like the Dark Reaver can do that the Standard Soul Reaver can't, but that's about it. Alright. Is this the way? I think it is. God, I'm such a nerd. I know this stuff off by heart at this point. And no, I'm not going to be doing speed runs or anything like that. That's not my thing. Besides, who's going to speed run this game? Yes, I know how to climb a wall. Oh, you little mug. Alright, it's this way, isn't it? Yep. Let's drop down here. And say hello to Squid Boy. Tony J.
Ah, my wayward child returns.
Having unearthed more than you'd like, I suspect. What am I to make of these ruins that litter the land, and these images here in this chamber?
Merely the deceits of a failed civilization. You are being misled, Raziel. This ancient race hoped to manipulate the future with these scrawled misdirections. You must tread carefully. There are dark forces at work in this world, bent on subverting your true destiny.
I have no doubt of that. The question is, am I in their presence right now?
Your arrogance will spell your demise, Raziel. Deny my will, and the arc of your destiny will reach a sudden conclusion.
Your threats are unmoving. Even now, I'm beyond your reach.
My reach is longer than you realize. This is a very dangerous game you're playing, Raziel.
Ooh, ominous. But it was nice chatting. I need to get going now, Elder God. I'll kill you boys. They're definitely his boys as well. And they're messing me up, man. But look how beefy this Reaver gets. There we go. It's doing damage to me. The more I'm using it. I'll deal with it. Oh yeah, this music when the door opens always used to creep me out as a child. It's the chant. The chant just creeps me out. Yeah, anyways. Oh dear. I need to feed on some human souls. There's something soothing about the pillars as well. Oh, well, not in their corrupt state, but like there is something soothing about like the music and the area. Great. Yep. Here's one. Got you. And I got you. Now it is time to kill that dog. Oh shit. Yeah, sure, I'll have dog soul. Oh man, this guy. What a legend. Give me that blade, I need it. Need to hack off some heads. Yeah, so like the pikes and axes, they have range with like their smashes, but like definitely the sword short range, but you don't lose it because the pike, the axe, you need to impale someone and pick up again, whereas this is quick and easy, just like smash them and chop off heads. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I actually went through the game first time round using the D-pad. Crazy, I know. And not using the auto lock-on. Anyways. Thanks for the health, boys, and dog friend. But now I'm fed, I'm gonna just absorb your, reave your souls, shall I say. Oh, you got in a good hit. You tried to dodge, but you died. Alright.
There's one. Prepare to die.
Nice. I think I've played this game too much. I have to call it quits after this playthrough. Alright. Can I get away with one more? Yeah, I did. I'm not used to like hitting the X on the PlayStation 2 controller apparently. Right, really quickly, just save our progress in case of, you know, a power cut or anything like that. I'd hate for that to happen. Where was that gate? I reckon it's that one right there. And it is. Right, so the next shrine took me ages to figure out where it was, even though I think... Just hold on. There's a map, isn't there? The map will say there, Lightforge. And I'll be like, how the hell did I get there? But it's just because I didn't see that door the first time round. Right, so they're not shrines, they're forges. For enhancing the Soul Reaver. Didn't stand a chance. Alright, yeah.
These murals left no room for doubt. These winged creatures were indeed the architects of the pillars. And while the images were difficult to decipher, the pillars appeared to banish or diminish their enemies somehow.
Alright, so this is like a very short-lived bridge, so you have to just make use of it across. Nice, I stopped them from eating. Oh, they're probably gonna hit me in the back. Tell you what, I'll try out this weapon. This is a pretty cool weapon. It's a bit different in its animation, but it's like the pike, but you don't impale things with it. Yes, I have no memory of this place. I need the Dark Reaver. Again, I'm just stealing their food. There we go. Don't care, just gonna run away from you guys. There's gonna be a big one in this hallway. There he is. No. No, get away from me. I don't need to deal with you. Get away. Not bad. Disintegration. You're not quick enough for my zigzag skills. Oh, there's another one. What could be in here? The other one you have to concentrate with is the guy with the shield. Then he just like, I'm out of here, see ya. The shield is actually a reflective plate, if, well, you already know that. Now then, this. Alright. Let's get on with it. Yeah, it's a bit spacious, isn't it? Like the hallway. Don't know where I was chopping at. Haha. Look at him reaching up as he disintegrates. Alright, he's done for. This guy. Whoops. There we go. My feeding is done. Now, where's that portal? Oh, I'm kind of forgetting, aren't I? Yeah. Don't know what I was doing then. Oh dear, where is it? It's over there, isn't it? I have to come back to this place. Alright, so once you're doing like a glide, it's better not to like zigzag or move around Raziel too much, or else you won't make the distance. Yeah, unfortunately, Raziel has a different move for triangle. It's not like the first game where you could just blast. You have to literally hold and shoot for like, I think there's a reticle this time around as well. Yeah, there is. So you can't just spam the fire move. And in Defiance, that shit is OP, so they got rid of it entirely in Defiance. Ooh, sucks to be you. Was his soul too far away? Nope, it was not. That's one. It's two. I think I was just gonna smash him then with my soul reaver. Right. Yeah, that's something as well. The shrines and the gate over there is probably going to have a shade. So it's definitely the Elder God doesn't want us to progress through the game, because he might be a bad guy if you're not guessed. I don't technically need to do this right now, but I'm just getting it out of the way. Do I need to deal with you? I don't. I could have, but I don't wanna. I'm just setting it up for the forge to activate. I have to do it anyway, so I can do it anyway round Wish. I just decided I might as well do this right now, since I have the Reaver, the Dark Reaver. Time to make our way back. Very spacious, like, environment as well. I guess it's alright. Maybe it could have been better to have it a bit like more enclosed, but whatever, this is what they made. This is what they made. I just want to grab this guy. Now, because I've hit him twice with the Reaver, he's probably gonna... There we go. His soul's not gonna be as effective, but because I smashed him a bit with the Reaver. This guy, he's going. Now, this sound effect right now is supposed to be the sound effects. Ooh, that guy nearly knocked me off the bloody stage. The sound effects on that bridge is supposed to be the glass panel for like a bit later on in the game that I can't actually get. Well, it won't play. The disc is a bit glitched. It's not as bad as like the Blue Omen 2 playthrough, because that was massively glitched, that disc. But this one's suitable. Okay. Just what I needed. Oh yeah, and you need the Dark Reaver to blind the eyeballs that shoot energy. So I need to, that's why I need to do all this like loop-de-loops around the shrine just to get the right Reaver for the job. Come on, die. You too. Alright, forget this. I'm just gonna OP it and destroy him. I said that. I'm literally using a blade now. There we go. It's one. Damn, I didn't think I could actually... I've never actually been up there, by the way, so... There we go. You guys... See you in the next dimension. Ooh. Hello. My man. Alright. Let's just shoot that eyeball. And pick that up. And now they should all just run away from me, because I have this holy icon. But probably not, considering that I destroyed them all. They would just, if I just run past them, they would jump out of the ground and then just dive straight back in. I guess it's like what Malkaya's clan does in the first game. So yeah, those dudes in these shrines are literally vampire thralls or ancient dead vampires, whose job it was to safeguard the shrines, I suppose, or the forges, whatever you want to call them. I know the finishing move.
I plunged the Reaver into the forge and imbued the blade with the elemental power of light. Thus armed, I now had the means to re-enter the stronghold and finally use Mobius's time-streaming device to accomplish my own ends.
And as you can see, the light Reaver. Yeah, he actually lights up the area. Who knew? Haha. What would it be without a shade? Funny that, it's glowing with a kind of yellowish tint, like my Reaver. I wonder if I shoot it. What a coinky dink. I forget, I think the gate might seal, actually. Yeah. It resealed. So I have to open it up again. I think that's just literally to force you to go to that, it is. The position of that checkpoint right there. You can't go back into like the, maybe you can go back into Shrine if you die. I'm not actually sure. I've not tested that out. I'm presuming you can't literally die in this area. Anyways. That's all cool and all, but we need to get to that time stream device and get to Yanis Aldrin. Open sesame. Yeah, I need to change the scenery as well. I've had enough of Mobius's cutthroat vampire hunter army. Oh, nice hit, my man. I guess it's going to be the gauntlet. It's the gauntlet. That was a pretty nice run. Anyways. Ooh. Let's just throw this at that guy. Oh, it went right through him. Don't think it's supposed to do that, but... And in all honesty, I don't have to kill these guys, but screw it. Ooh, that guy had the right idea. He was like, I'll jump over it, but he wasn't quick enough. Ooh, dear. Let's just get that. And let's kill her last. Let's kill this one over here. Yeah, it sees me. Let's see how that works for you. Not very well.
Show yourself, Kain.
Here, Raziel. Everything is decided here. You cannot comprehend the magnitude, the rapture and the tragedy of this moment. And yet you must, if Nosgoth is to be dragged from the wreckage of its damnation.
I understand only this, Kain. That you and Mobius have impelled me to this moment simply means I can trust neither of you. I don't know who's pulling the strings, but it no longer matters, because I'm cutting them. I set my own course from here.
If it were only that simple.
Your fatalism is tiresome, Kain.
And profoundly ingrained, Raziel. You must understand, our presence here doesn't alter history. You and I meet here because we are compelled to. We have always met here. History is irredeemable. Drop a stone into a rushing river. The current simply courses around it and flows on as if the obstruction were never there. You and I are pebbles, Raziel, and have even less hope of disrupting the time stream. The continuum of history is simply too strong, too resilient. Except, then how do we explain William here? The beloved boy king turned tyrant. In my youth, I witnessed William's rise to power and his transformation into the nemesis who laid waste to Nosgoth.
Keep your distance, Kain.
Years later, I stumble upon a chance to journey back in history, unaware that the entire affair has been carefully orchestrated by Mobius. In my wisdom, I seize this opportunity to murder the young king before he can ravage Nosgoth, and thereby provide the catalyst Mobius needs to ignite a genocidal war against our race.
I warn you, no further.
This one reckless act unravels the skein of history. The nemesis never becomes the nemesis. William dies a martyred saint. I, the vampire assassin, become the author of my own species' extinction, and Mobius profits from it all. I destroyed a tyrant only to create one far worse. But how can it be so? How, if history is immutable? The answer is here in this room, Raziel. Mobius propelled William and me together, but ensured first that we were both armed with the Soul Reaver. The Reaver is the key. two incarnations of the blade meet in time and space. A paradox is created, a temporal distortion powerful enough to derail history.
Is this your sorcery?
Not mine, Raziel. Yours. You have nothing to fear from me, Raziel. You hold all the cards.
Then perhaps I should test your sincerity. If what you say is true, you should be terrified. I could kill you here and now.
And so you do, Raziel.
What's happening?
We're hurtling towards our destinies, Raziel. What you feel is the pull of history rushing to meet us. This is where history and destiny collide. If you truly believe in free will, Raziel, now is the time to prove it. Kill me now, and we both become pawns of history, dragged down the path of an artificial destiny. I was ordained to assume the role of balance guardian in Nosgoth, while you were destined to be its savior. But the map of my fate was redrawn by Mobius, and so in turn was yours.
This is madness!
Fight it, Raziel. This moment does not have to be an ending. It can become a prelude.
I can't.
You can, Raziel. Look inside and see that it is so. You have the power to reshape our inevitable futures. Poor William.
What is this?
History abhors a paradox, Raziel. Even now, the time stream strains to divert itself, finding its old course blocked by your refusal to destroy me. The future is reshuffling itself to accommodate your monumental decision. This is where we restore ourselves, Raziel, and reclaim our intended destinies. It may yet be possible for me to assume my role as balance guardian and return the pillars to their rightful inheritors.
To the vampires. And this is the destiny you have urged me to discover. I don't know what game you and Mobius are playing, Kain, but I refuse to be your pawn. Unlike you, I still revere whatever shred of humanity I've managed to preserve. You will not use me as the instrument of your messianic delusions.
Very well, Raziel. I'll not ask you to trust me. Your truths are for you to discover alone.
Humble words for one who presumes to teach me a lesson at every turn.
Then continue your journey and learn your own lessons, Raziel. Remember, Mobius led you here, but you walk away unfettered. A champion of free will and conqueror of false histories. There is much more for you to unearth, if you have the heart for the truth and the will to see it.
Ooh, well, that was a bit heavy. Yeah, anyways, that's a good point to stop. We nearly killed Kain, but we didn't. And now we have to find Mobius and use his time streaming device. Alright, well, until then, bye-bye, y'all.